Hi everyone. Welcome to Lorraine Fitness. I'm Lorraine, personal trainer, yoga instructor, group fitness instructor. So glad you've joined me here today. We're going to get into a flow class. So please make sure you have a yoga mat. You might want yoga blocks as well. Make sure you run and get those if you're used to using those props. And we're going to just start in a seated position today. So whatever that looks like for you, maybe it's cross-legged, maybe you're on your knees with your feet tucked under. Maybe if this isn't comfortable for you, you're up on a cushion or a block, or maybe even one leg extended. Just really want you to be comfortable for the first couple of moments as we just find ourselves. Just go ahead and softly close those eyes. Feel those sitting bones beneath you. Maybe give yourself a little wiggle. Feel yourself really grounded down beneath you, really supported by your yoga mat and the ground beneath it. And then from there, lifting up just slightly through the torso, elongating through the spine, the neck, and the crown of the head. Lifting up, feeling light. Perhaps from here you'd like to take palms face up in the lap. Maybe you have hands on the knees, or maybe you'd like to lift hands to heart center, maybe palms pressing in toward one another. We'll begin by cultivating a nice, deep, even breathing rhythm here. In and out through the nostrils, the breath flows. And if you're in the habit of practicing your Ujjayi breath, please feel free to do so. And if you're not sure what Ujjayi breath is, it's still breathing in and out through the nostrils, but we slightly constrict the back of the throat. Kind of sounds like ocean waves. Some people lovingly refer to it as Darth Vader breath. But with that slight constriction of the throat, the breath can then be elongated in and out. No pressure here, any type of breathing will do, but do try to breathe nice and deep and full, sending the breath right down into the belly, allowing your abdominal region to fill right up full of air as you inhale, and releasing it entirely, softening the belly as you exhale. Take a quick scan of the body from the tip of your head down to the toes, noting any places that are tense or sore, maybe a little grouchy this morning. And just send some extra breath, some extra love to those regions. And then finally, if you're in the habit of setting an intention for yourself, for your yoga practice, maybe for your entire day or your whole week, please feel free to set one. And if you're not in the habit, perhaps you'd like to consider it today. And it doesn't have to be accomplishment-based. It could be, I am worthy, I am loved, I am perfect just as I am. We're going to take 3 deep inhale breaths through the nose. As you exhale, let the breaths out through the mouth in a loud sigh. Let's do this together. Out through the mouth. Long inhale. Deep exhale. And again. Let's do one more. And out through the mouth. And then softly fluttering open the eyes. Go ahead and relax those hands, perhaps down to the knees. Hello, Lucas. And from here, we're just going to take some little body circles. So again, if you want the eyes closed, you don't need to have them open to follow my voice. Simply engage the abdominals by slightly pulling the belly in towards the spine. And then ever so slowly and gently, just begin making circles with the body. Perhaps taking an inhale breath as you come forward and allowing the exhale breath to take you back. Perhaps making these circles even bigger, perhaps switching directions, keeping with your breath. Leaving those shoulders away from the ears. Stretching through the chest, the neck, rounding and arching the spine and the upper back. Noticing how it feels, not just going through the motions. And then we'll come right back to center, lifting up through the spine once again. Going to do some quick little side bends here. Go ahead and plant the left hand on the mat beside you with the right hand. Inhale as you sweep it up towards the ceiling. Pausing there, maybe reaching the arm overhead, maybe palm face down. Soften the shoulder that's underneath you, of the arm that's bent. Then we're going to sweep this arm in front. So go ahead, big inhale, sweep that arm in front. Bring it all the way back up again. And hold without holding the breath. On your next inhale breath, sweep that right arm up to the ceiling. Exhale as you sweep it down to the mat. Planting it there. Go ahead, inhale, sweep that left arm up towards the sky. Reaching out through the fingertips. Keeping sitting bones rooted down beneath you. Maybe arching that arm over, palm face down. Feeling that beautiful stretch. And getting ready for that front sweep. Go ahead and inhale, sweep it forward, reaching and then coming all the way back up again. Feeling that beautiful stretch. Maybe placing that soft smile on the lips. And another sweep forward, inhale. Arch it back on up. Beautiful, everybody. Big breath. Take that left arm all the way back down. I'm just going to softly plant the hands behind our bottoms. You can either have fingers pointing out to the sides or pointing away from you behind the tush. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Release the knees down to the mat. Softest of bends in the elbows here. And then as you inhale, lift the chest. Open up the throat. Lift the face up to the heavens. Softest of back bends here. Only taking the movement as far as feels good in your body. One more big breath here. We'll release on the exhale, slowly dipping the chin back down, releasing the hands from the floor. Go ahead and come onto all fours, taking the hands right underneath the shoulders. The knees underneath the hips. We'll tuck those toes under for support. Go ahead and inhale, let the belly drop. The tailbone and the chin begin to lift. And as you exhale, draw navel up towards the spine, round through the back, a soft dip of the head. Inhale, slowly ripple forward through the movement. Exhale, round the back, the spine. Following your breath, maybe closing the eyes again, noticing the body's movements, how it feels. If you want to make any adjustments, please do. Take whatever movement feels organic to you here. You can continue in cat-cow if you like, or if you'd like to come into uncat-cow. As you round the back this time, exhale and take the hips back towards the heels. And then as you inhale, bend into the elbows, roll the body about an inch above the mat. Chest will reach through the hands, coming up almost as if you're in cobra. Exhale, round the back. Send hips back towards those heels, stretching through the straight arms. Inhale, ripple forward, rolling along the mat, the ground, the earth, feeling grounded here, feeling strong, noticing that beautiful body of yours. We'll take one more right here, either in your regular cat-cow or in this uncat-cow, coming on up. And then as you exhale this time, hinge those hips all the way up, downward facing dog. Beautiful job, everybody. I know you're doing great. Listening to your body as it speaks to you through each movement.
Making adjustments as you need. Perhaps you're pedaling out those feet here. Nice deep breaths, everyone. Release those shoulders. Notice how they move slightly away from the ears. Tucking them down the back as you do so. Release that head. Maybe give it a shake or a nod. Yeah. And from here, go ahead and bend into the knees. Look up towards the hands. Walk or hop to the top of the mat. Feet are hip distance apart. Release your hands. Take that forward fold. Bending over at the waist. Head below heart. Oh my goodness, feels so good. And then if you'd enjoy a little movement, go ahead and take opposite hands to opposite elbows. Maybe a soft, gentle sway back and forth. Maybe lifting the toes to keep the weight of the body in the heels and the balls of the feet, not pitching forward here. And then let's come to center and find some stillness here. Maybe keeping the hands on the elbows. Maybe releasing them down to the ground if that serves your body more. Maybe if you're ready for a little bit more, go ahead and straighten the knees. Feel that extra stretch in the back of the legs. And then reaching the arms out to the side. Take a big inhale breath and reverse swan dive all the way up overhead. We'll take hands together. Exhale, slide those hands down through heart center. We're going to pause here in our Tadasana. Maybe those thumbs pressing into heart center. Feel that nice grounding beneath you, lifting up through the top of the head. Nice deep breaths. Maybe revisiting the mantra, the intention that you set first thing. And then release hands down to the side. Softly flutter those eyes open if you've had them closed. Coming into our sun salutation A. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, lifting the chin. On the exhale breath, go ahead and swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold, planting hands in front of the feet, step back into plank pose, knowing at any time you can drop the knees into plank, taking modified plank. From here, big inhale breath. On the exhale, we'll lower that beautiful body all the way down to the ground, nice and slow. Inhale, rise up into cobra or upward facing dog with knees off the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your rhythm, find your place on this mat. We'll take 3 big breaths here, inhaling and exhaling out the nostrils, if that serves you today. Go ahead and bend into knees, look up at those hands, walk or jump to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold, and then as you inhale, sweep those arms out. Let your chest lead you all the way up. Taking hands down towards heart center once again. From here, inhale, sweep the arms up. Gaze at the fingers, and then exhale, hinge at the waist, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant hands, walk or jump back into your plank pose, nice and strong here. Press back through those heels, hold the plank. Beautiful, really nice, everybody. Just looking down at the mat, neck is long, feeling that energy course all the way from the heels to the crown of the head. And then go ahead and exhale, hinge those hips up, downward facing dog. This time, let's find some stillness here. Close the eyes. Maybe the heels have found their way down to the ground. No pressure if they haven't. Release the expectation. Everybody's at a different place. And then grounding down through the left foot. Go ahead and inhale, sweep the right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, drift it all the way through, plant it quietly between the hands. Keep that back leg nice and long. We're going to pull inner thighs together and then release hands from the mat. Inhale, reach it on up, high lunge. Reaching up through extended fingertips, feeling that energy in the upward motion.
Staying here and finding stillness or joining me to inhale, press up. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, come on down. Just a nice fluid motion here. Lifting up, sinking down. Feel the strength in the legs. Keep pulling those inner thighs together toward one another to help square out those hips. Keep it on up here. Let's face the palms forward. On your exhale breath, hinge forward at the waist. Bring those hands really slowly all the way down to the mat. Step back into your plank or modified plank here. Gently soften the elbows. Beautiful. 2 more full cycles of breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. Such a simple thing. On that second exhale, we'll hinge our hips up, coming back into our downward facing dog, ready for the second side of our beautiful high lunge. Go ahead and anchor down through the right foot. Inhale as you lift the left one up to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through, landing between the hands. Notice that the knee is right over top of that ankle. Pull your thighs together. Inhale, sweep, hands up overhead, reaching up to the heavens. Finding your length. And remember, you don't have to be this low down to the ground. Maybe you're here in your high lunge. And then join me or find stillness. We'll inhale to lift. We'll exhale to sink it down towards the ground. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Oh, good morning, sun. Each inhale lifts us up. Each exhale dips us down. Finding that beautiful rhythm. Really lovely. This time, stay up. We'll face those palms forward as you exhale slowly with control, hinging forward at the waist. Take those hands down to the mat, and this time we're going to step forward. Take those feet right together, big toes together, little space in the heels. As you inhale, dip the hips low, reach the arms up high. Utkatasana, chair pose. Look down, make sure you can see the toes, and if your knees are past the toe, shoot your hips back. Slight, energetic tuck of that tailbone, pulling the belly in towards the spine. Beautiful. From here, we're going to inhale up through the fingertips. Exhale, we're going to sweep down with a big exhale, like so. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep, and again. 2 more. Last time. And straighten the legs forward, fold. Fantastic. Oh, feel that heat begin to build. Love it. And then from here, plant those hands beside the feet. Take a large step back with that left foot. Go ahead and take the left knee to the ground. Notice the right ankle is right underneath the right knee. Inhale, lift the hands off the floor. Low lunge. Let's go ahead and bend into the elbows. Take hands behind the head, interlacing the fingers. Open the elbows out, opening that chest. Make sure those inner thighs are really actively pulling towards one another so we're not stretched out like so. Pull them on in, feel that strength. And then stay here and enjoy the body just in stillness. Or go ahead and inhale, lifting the chest up towards the heavens, coming into a slight back bend. Oh, the world is a beautiful place. It really is. What was your mantra? Is it I am worthy, I am loved, I am enough? I got this. Let's go ahead and come on back to center. We'll lift those arms up overhead, reach and extend. As you exhale, hinge forward at that waist. We're going to frame that front foot. Come on back to plank. Take a big inhale breath here. As you exhale, bring that body slowly all the way to the earth, keeping the elbows tucked into the body. Either untuck toes or not. Stay here with me. And then inhale, rise up into cobra or upward facing dog. We'll exhale, downward facing dog, hips are high.
Alrighty, let's pedal out those legs if it feels good. We're gonna set up for the opposite side, low lunge. Anchor down through the right foot. This time inhale to sweep your left leg up towards the ceiling. You know this. Exhale, sweep it through the midline. Go ahead and watch for that beautiful alignment. Dropping the right knee to the earth this time. Pull those inner thighs together. Release hands from the mat and inhale. Slowly rise them on up towards the heavens. Maybe staying here with arms extended. Maybe you don't even want arms extended. Maybe you just want to hold onto your waist today. That's fine. Maybe you want to join me by bending into those elbows. Take them out wide. Beautiful. And maybe you're staying here. Or maybe you're joining me on that inhale breath, letting the chest lift up, looking up towards the heavens. Soft back bend here. Maybe a soft smile plays on the lips. And then go ahead and exhale, slowly come back to center. Reach those hands up overhead. On the exhale breath, float those hands all the way down to the ground. We're going to come back into our plank or modified plank. Step it on back, nice and strong. Press back through those heels. Lift the navel up towards the spine. Feel that strength. And then exhale, lower the body down to the ground again. Maybe you untuck toes here. Maybe you just lift up into cobra. And then exhale, rolling over toes, downward facing dog. So good. Let's get back up, folks. Anchor down through left foot. Reach the right foot up on the inhale breath. Exhale, sweep it through the mat. Planting it between hands, we're going to pivot that left foot. Make sure the front foot's heel is in line with the back foot's arch. And then cartwheel those arms up and around, warrior two. Beautiful job. Soften those shoulders. Take a look at the knee. Make sure it's not collapsing into the midline of the body, keeping it right over top of the ankle. And then from here, we're just going to straighten that front knee. And then shoot the hip out behind you and inhale, reach forward with the arms. And when you can't reach any farther, exhale, dip it on over. Now, if you're using blocks, this is a great place for a block as the hand rests inside of that ankle. Maybe you just need a little height there. Maybe your hand is on the outside of the foot. That's okay too. We're opening up that chest, reaching up through the fingers. And then go ahead and inhale, come on back up, bend into the right knee, coming back into warrior two. Let's try that again. Straighten the leg. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, tip it over into triangle. Inhale, come on back up. Exhale, warrior two. Good job. Inhale, straighten that knee. Reach forward with the arms, bending over, finding the triangle, and bringing it on back. One breath per movement. Maybe you're even closing the eyes here now that you've got the rhythm. Reaching, dipping it over, keeping the body long, really grounding down through the legs. Let's come on back up. We'll bend that right knee, coming back into warrior two. And then from here, press up through the right heel. Go ahead and pivot the right foot so both of your feet are parallel and they're facing straight forward. Nice big wide legs here. Taking hands onto the waist. If you know you like to use blocks for our wide-legged forward fold, by all means grab the blocks, place them in front of you here. We're going to inhale, reach up through the crown, find the length in the spine. Exhale, dip it over at the waist. Nice flat back. Releasing hands down to the mat. Let your head release as well. Finding that nice deep stretch. Now perhaps from here you want to take the heels out wider than the toes, coming slightly pigeon-toed. Maybe you want to take the hands on either side of the heels. Soften. Breathe. Maybe this is where you whisper to yourself your mantra. I am loved. I am worthy. I am perfect just as I am. And then go ahead and slide those hands back up to the waist, lengthen out through the spine, nestling shoulders back down. And as you take a big inhale breath, grounding down through the feet, lift the torso back up nice and slow. Yeah, that's the way. Excellent. And then from here, make sure your right foot is now parallel to the back edge of the mat. We'll pivot the left foot now, watching for left heel in line with the right foot's arch. Extending the arms out at shoulder height, we dip down low into our warrior two. Remembering to ground down through the pinky edge of that foot, holding the pose without holding the breath. And then let's go into our triangle flow. So straighten that left leg. Big inhale as you reach forward with the hands. That right hip shoots back. Exhale, dip it over. Triangle pose, reaching up through those fingers. Chest is nice and open. On the next breath, we sweep it back on up. Wait until your arms are up and then bend back into your warrior two. Good job. Inhale, straighten, reach through the arms, tip it on over, sweep it on back. Use your breath here. Each inhale guiding you to the next portion of your movement. Each exhale also bringing you into a new move. Not worrying too much about which move is the inhale, which move is the exhale. Just stay with the breath, stay calm, move the body, bring it joy. Last one right here, we're gonna just press it on down. Stay in the warrior two, gazing out over those left fingertips. And then pressing into that left foot, straightening the left knee. Pivot the left foot once again. Feet are both parallel. Let's take wide-legged forward fold for a second time. Hands on the waist, lift up through the crown, keeping shoulders nice and soft. Engage the inner thigh muscles, pulling on up. Yeah, skin to muscle, muscle to bone, bone to the midline. When you're ready, inhale, reach up through the crown. Exhale, flat back, dip it on over. Maybe you just stay here halfway. Maybe you release all the way, taking the hands to the mat. Maybe you become slightly pigeon-toed, really working those legs. Maybe the forehead comes down to those blocks. Maybe it comes down to the earth. Maybe you walk hands back so that the heels of the hands are in line with the heels of the feet. Or maybe once again you release hands and take hold of the heels. One is not better than the other, they're just different. 2 more nice deep breaths. Feel it fill up the belly in this inversion. And then release. On the second exhale, bring those hands up to the waist. And then inhale, lift that torso nice flat back. Yeah, that's it. Let's go ahead and pivot the right foot now, all the way straight out to the right. We're going to take a giant step forward with that left leg coming up to our mountain pose. Bring it on up. Feet are hip distance together. We'll take those hands to heart center. Nicely done. 2 breaths right here before we take it on down to the mat. And then from here, let's go ahead, inhale, reach the arms up, lifting the chin, looking up past the fingers. Exhale, reach the arms wide and swan dive down to the feet. Inhale to halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, plant those hands, step or jump back into your plank position. Remembering you can drop knees and take modified plank if you need. Yeah, let's press back through those heels. Feel that strength. Beautiful plank. From here, we're going to come into hollow body plank. So take a big inhale breath, and on your exhale, really round the body as though you're making room for a big beach ball. And then exhale, go ahead and press the heels, bring the body back down into a nice straight plank. Let's do that again. Go ahead and inhale, reaching the body up, coming into a nice big hollow body. And then exhale, lower it back down. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift the body up, coming up onto the toes, tucking the chin just slightly. The body's big and hollow, making room for that beach ball. Exhale, lower those heels back down. Excellent job. All right, let's bring it all the way down to the ground, shall we? Take a big inhale, breath. Exhale, keep elbows close to the body as you lower it all the way down towards the ground. Excellent. And then from here, we're gonna reach behind with the left hand to grab that left ankle. Reach behind with the right hand, grab that right ankle. Draw the knees together like there's a magnet in between them. And then as you inhale, very gently and slowly lift the chin, peeling the knees off the mat at the same time, lifting toes up towards the heaven, opening the throat, noticing maybe you're rocking and rolling on the front side of your body with your breath. That's okay. Keep drawing those knees together. Feel the body alive and awake. Take 2 more nice deep breaths here. And on that second inhale or exhale, go ahead and release and softly float the body back down to the mat. From here, take hands to the chest level, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, press into hands. Send the hips all the way back to the heels. Keep the arms extended out into the front. Knowing that the hands can just be widespread here, maybe the fingers are up onto tented fingertips for a little bit more height. Maybe you've chosen to grab a cushion or a block for under your head if it doesn't meet the mat. And maybe you've decided to take a soft bend into the elbows. Wherever you're at, we're just going to soften here. Use your exhale breaths to fully relax. Your inhale breaths filling up the belly, pressing against the thighs. On the next inhale, go ahead and walk your body forward. We're just going to come onto our stomachs long enough until we can roll over. So once you're down onto the stomach, roll over onto the back. Finding your way into the center of your yoga mat. Then from here, we're going to come into happy baby. So go ahead and reach through the legs. Take a hold of the big toes with your index finger and thumb, or you could take hands to the outside edges of those feet. Allow the knees to drop open, legs are wide. And if you like a little bit of movement here, go ahead and rock and roll back and forth across the spine. And if you want a little bit more for those legs today, a little bit more stretch since we worked them a little bit, maybe on the inhale breath, you can lengthen that left leg nice and straight. Exhale, bend into the left knee. Inhale, extend the right leg, pressing the heel up to the heavens. Exhale, bend into the knee. Remembering that if this movement doesn't work well for your body, or it doesn't feel good, or you just can't manage it, it's okay. This is your practice. You take what is good and nourishing for your body, and you leave the rest. No expectations, just movement, joy, exploration. We're learning out about our bodies here. And then maybe if you want on the next inhale, extend both legs nice and wide. Wide-legged, happy baby, full extension. Doesn't that feel amazing? Yeah. And then let's go ahead and release the feet. We're going to cross that right leg over top of the left, like you're sitting in a chair while you're laying on your back. And then take hands, we're going to place them on our knees. So left hand on right knee, right hand on left knee. If you'd like to move the hands down further to the shins or even to the ankles, go right ahead. And then softly, gently pull those legs into the chest. If you'd like to take a little more movement instead of just a static hold, inhale to kind of release the grip, extending the knees away from you. And use your exhale to pull it back in again. Inhale, release a little. Exhale, draw it in. draw it in. I'm going to do this one last time. Maybe you're in stillness, that's fine. Go ahead and switch legs, taking the left leg on top this time. Still opposite hands to opposite legs, drawing them in nice and close to the body. Feeling where you feel this, noticing, being aware of how your movements affect your body. And if you're taking movement, inhale to slightly bring the legs away from the chest. Exhale to draw them in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. And last time, inhale. Find that space. Exhale, draw the legs into that space. And then releasing the legs, dropping down into the final pose of the day. Now, if you know that the legs for you don't feel comfortable, fully extended for Shavasana, perhaps it arches your back too much, feel free to grab that bolster or cushion in front of your knees, or you could even bend into the knees, let them collapse in together so that you're in constructive rest, that's fine too. And let's go ahead and close those eyes. Make any final adjustments to your body so that it's wide open. It's not holding any tension. You're not trying to hold any part of your body up. We're going to relax and soften, taking 2 to 3 minutes in our Shavasana. So important for our bodies, our brains. Allow the thoughts to just pass you by and breathe with your natural breath. If you would like a longer Shavasana, I invite you to stay right where you are. Simply let my voice pass you by. If you'd like to close out class with me today, we're simply going to take hands together at heart center, opening the palms, pressing the palms together, spreading fingers wide. Repeating your intention or your mantra here one more time to yourself. Maybe lifting the thumbs up to the third eye, the forehead, saying a word of thanks. And let me just say thank you so much for joining me here today. I leave you with light. I leave you with love, my friends. Namaste.